Hi guys, Sunday blessings and welcome to my tarot and oracle Sunday review video. And also, obviously, it's the energy of love at the moment. So just want to say also happy Valentine's Day to you guys if you celebrate it, if you're lucky to have somebody in your life that you sort of want to share the day with, then that's fantastic, that's amazing. But if you're on your own, if you're single, you know, maybe make today about you, maybe make it like a sort of pampering time. So I was really unsure what deck to sort of showcase for you this week, and part of me was looking through my decks thinking, ooh, should I show you something that's sort of lovey-dovey and sort of heart related? But then I thought, actually, no, I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you something that I was lucky enough to get earlier this week. So very often, it sounds a bit weird, but I every now and again really like to give myself the gift of self-love, self-acceptance, and so I gave myself a Valentine's gift, which I do every year. I treat myself to a random tarot deck, and I came across an Instagram page a few weeks ago. Never had seen them before, but like they intrigued me. The artwork's really different, really unusual to everything I've seen before. So I thought, oh, I'm going to treat myself to that deck. And so I'm going to show you a very sort of quirky, very, very different deck to anything I've seen, anything I've shown you so far. So the deck we're going to look at today is the Oak, Ash and Thorn. So this is actually the sort of the Three Trees Tarot, Volume 1.1. Now the reason that this is a Volume 1.1, they did an initial running of this deck, and then they did a secondary reprint. So this is the reprint version, but I came across it randomly on Instagram and I was like, oh my god, I need this. It's so different to anything else that I think I've ever shown you guys. So I wanted to sort of to purchase this. Now, because obviously Valentine's Day I use a lot as a gift of self-love, I'm being really indulgent today and I'm being really naughty. So I've got like a milky sort of coffee on the go. I'm actually sort of stopping coffee as a rule. I don't know if you can see that, but and I usually just stick to my mint teas, but I thought today, sod it, it's the gift of self-love, I'm having one. And that really hits the spot. Now, because I don't have them too often, they always taste extra special. It's a bit like McDonald's. I'm trying to sort of cut that out of my life, and so they taste extra good at the moment because you're sort of going through those cravings. Hang on, guys, I need to have a second sip. No witchy mug today because obviously this has to go in the microwave to get the context just right. So I don't know where to start with this deck really. I suppose let's start and look at the back. That might be a good place. So it just says here, the Oak, Ash and Thorn. Beautiful tarot cards with roots in the enchanting natural world. So it's all about, like, this is almost like a kind of, I wouldn't say it's a gothic, but it's like an arty-farty, slightly gothic version of Beatrix Potter. That's how I would describe this in a quick, easy nutshell. And it just sort of says here, an eco-friendly Rider-Waite-Smith inspired art deck containing 78 tarot cards plus 2 double-sided companion reference sheets, allowing each card to be read intuitively with just the right amount of guidance to support you. Printed by Generation Press and carbon neutral, solar power, vegetable based inks, responsible print, and then it just says here, copyright 2021, the Three Trees Tarot, all rights reserved, made in the United Kingdom. So you can feel this is like a luxurious. I'm trying to bring that in close so you can see that there. So this is absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Now what you get, it comes in an amazing sort of packaging sort of box that you get with it as well. I haven't kept that, I've sort of got rid of that. But you also get this lovely little welcome letter. So it's got the personal touch. Now I'm not going to read all that out because that's quite long, but that's nice to have. And also they put in, it's like a sort of card piece to it, and it just says here, will you be mine? Because I think because I purchased this around Valentine's. But you've got like a beautiful piece of artwork. This is another piece that they do. So let's open this bad boy up. Now, as you know, I don't like tuck boxes as a rule, but I have to say this one is by far the best tuck box I own on a deck. It's so good quality, it's amazing. So you're in for a treat today, guys. These are just so lovely. So you get a few like random kind of offshoot cards. and then you've got like the instruction panel cards with them. So I'm just going to pull those to one side and we'll look at those a little bit later. What I really like with this deck is you've got like an introduction card. So it just says here, thank you, and it just says your purchase made our day and we hope this little package brightens yours. A couple of love hearts, share the love and tag us on your Instagram. And then it just says here, have you got any questions or concerns? And then obviously you can check them out via their website. Now I will say they have an amazing website, which we'll look at in a sec. Actually, let's look at the website before we look at the cards. So it's called the 3treestarot.co.uk, but their website is absolutely amazing. And as you go onto it, it's got like all different sort of areas, and then you've got like the creators. So we'll just get that up. So the artist that's created this beautiful deck is by Oehlers. I'm not sure how to say that. And the creator, so the sort of, you know, the concept, the vision, is by Burrows. And they are just fantastic guys that they have produced this such amazing deck, you know. And then you've got like a link to their Instagram, which just takes you to their Instagram page, or that brings up a separate thing. And then you've got like the shop page, and then you can go in and purchase this deck directly if you wanted to. So it just takes you straight to the shop. Now this is quite an indulgent deck in terms of price tag. I will say it's not the cheapest, but it's worth every penny. It's self-published, don't forget, so you're paying for the quality. So this deck was £42.50 for the deck itself, and then I think it's actual postage. I'll just see if it shows the postage option here. I think it was a couple of quid. Yeah, so all in all I paid £46.50 for this deck. So, which sounds a lot in principle, but honestly, I feel it's worth every penny. You know, it's a beautiful deck. So as we look at the cards themselves, they are beautiful matte finish. They're a really good stock quality. These are quite rigid, as you can see. But the artwork on the back is just stunning. All of that beautiful kind of leaf with the pure white. Really, really lovely. So literally, guys, I'm just going to go straight in and show you the cards here. So they're not in any order because I have been playing around with them. I have been working with them a little bit. So you're going to see them just as they kind of come out, really. I might show you the whole deck of these because I just feel like I have to. But as you can see, the artwork is stunning. And I'm really surprised I actually like this deck because most of you guys know that I prefer my witchy decks and I prefer sometimes my kind of gothic stuff. So this isn't a deck that I would usually naturally be drawn to, but I also absolutely love being in the woods. You know, for me, I often say like the woods are my temple, Mother Nature at its best. So from that side of things, yes, I completely get why I love this deck. But I was just quite surprised I was going to like it as much as I do because I don't know, it's just quite random to anything I would normally go for. But it is such a cool deck. I'm definitely going to be working with it. The cards feel so nice in the hand as well. So I'm really, really excited to have this in my collection. So it's quite a playful deck, as you can see. The way the imagery is, you know, it's not too serious. Some of the cards are very playful. Some of them are quite elegant, obviously like that one we've just seen. But some of them are quite playful as well. So I love the fact that they've really sort of been quite quirky, unusual and unique in their approach. And some of the cards as well, they just look so sweet. They've really captured kind of like the innocence in some ways of what, you know, some of nature offers us. And it's like some of the faces and some of the animals on the card, they just look so sweet, so cute. I just really love it. You know, a really, really cool deck. So I want to show you like enough of these so that you can obviously see everything in its entirety here. And like I say, what you've got as well, which I love, is like that there's no sort of fluffing around with it. They haven't tried to make it too over the top, too intense. I love the fact that they've kept it kind of really true to their beliefs and their principles. So just by like the packaging being all kind of like eco-friendly and almost using recyclable energy, that makes it really nice, really cool as well. So there's loads of amazing stuff that they've kind of got going on and they've put in here, just really nice. So like I say, I just want to show you enough of these. Now anything that's from the major arcana has got a number on the top, so it makes it slightly easier for us to see what is what. Now there's one card in here that I've noticed. I haven't come across the Hierophant, but when I was flicking through them the other day, there's one card that's called Possibilities, and I think that is the equivalent. Oh, sorry, there is the Hierophant. I take it back. There's an additional card then, because there's one that said Possibilities that I saw, unless I read it wrong. There's the Hierophant right in front of me. That will teach me, you know. Oh, pulling me up. This one, Possibilities. So this is like an extra card that they've kind of put in, or it's replacing something. But I haven't come across yet exactly what that is replacing. But that's interesting. So it's either an addition or it's just an extra. Well, I like the fact I found the Hierophant because I couldn't find him the other day. So I felt like he wasn't in there. So all's been restored, all is calm in the balance of things. That's fine. But just look at the kind of quality of this deck, the artwork. It must have taken ages to get the artwork looking this stunning and this good, you know. Just so beautiful. This is one of my favourites actually in this deck, the Wheel of Fortune. I love the way that they've done that spider web. That's really, really cool. So I'm really, really excited to be sort of having this deck, and I just know that when I work with it more, it's going to offer some amazing sort of insights and stuff really. Now you're probably seeing as you're looking through that there's different kind of animals that have been sort of assigned to each suit, so they've done that very cleverly as well. So there's lots going on, there's lots to talk about in here. So again, just want to show you enough of these, and I love the fact, I know it said that they have kept, or they've tried to keep, the traditions of Raider-Waite. And again, you can easily sort of see that. So if you're familiar with Raider-Waite, these are going to be really easy to read. It is a deck that I would say pushes you to work with your own intuition. The meaning side of things, there is some nice stuff. They're like bullet point things. They're very sort of quick and to the point. So it is a deck where you're going to definitely have to work more with your own magic, your own intuition. But I love the fact that they've done it that way, you know. That actually reminds me, it's very similar to when I go walking my little dog Oscar in Dilton Marsh Woods in just on the outskirts of Westbury. You see some of these scenes, so it's really, really nice to sort of see actually, like, you know, it for what it is. It's really nice because some of it looks, obviously it's not based on that, but it's like, oh, these look really familiar. I almost feel like I've seen some of these woodland settings before, because I do, not so much now when it's not been as nice weather, but when the weather is lovely and nice, it's somewhere we go quite often. I think it's the kind of like squirrels that just look so cute to look at. It's their eyes, you know, they just look so sweet. I think I'll probably just show you all of these, to be honest, because then you've got a good overall view of this deck. I think in terms of the back of these cards though, these are probably like, you know, the back, to go back to the back of the artwork, that's probably one of my actually all-time favourite designs that I've seen on a tarot deck, because sometimes with the back of the cards, tarot decks can be a little bit boring, a little bit plain, but with these, they've really tried to make them special. So again, I just want to show you, I am going to show you all of these, I think, because I think it's it's not death, it's a deck worth seeing in its entirety. I love that with the leaf. So they've got the idea of the heart with the 3 of swords, but they've made it as like a leaf. That's really clever. That's the other thing. Some of the way they've done these are very, very clever, but still keeping those traditional values of Raider weight. Love it. Now, because the deck is white and it's a matte finish, this is something you might have to be a bit careful of if it's being handled and touched quite a lot. There is the risk that in time it might not look so pristine, so nice. Obviously at the moment, because I've never like worked with it properly with clients as such, it's just been personally for me, so it still looks really kind of nice. That's something I would be a little bit interested to see how it evolves, how it sort of lasts long term. But aside from that, I think, you know, it's not too much of a major sort of thing. It's not too much of a major worry. That's the only downside with tarot. You can't really work with them and expect them to stay nice and lovely. Very often they do end up getting a little bit ratty looking over time. But hopefully the longevity of these will last well. Okay. On the last card, the Hermit, which is a beautiful little card to finish on. Oh, sweet. So we've got those. So those are the cards in their entirety. This deck is easily a 10. You know, there's no question in my mind. I don't have to think about it. It's a 10 deck. It is an expensive deck in the sense of, like, a lot of decks are around the sort of 25 to 30 mark. Obviously, because, you know, this is the best part of just under £50. But I still feel it's really, really worth it. And because it is so beautifully made, you can see the time, the love, the money that's gone into this deck. Okay, so what we'll do now, so what you've got here as well, I'll just quickly show you. You've got like the major arcana, so there's a card with all the major arcana on, and then it's all bullet pointed. Okay, and then you've got your other card, which is like the minor, and then it goes into like the wands, the pentacles, and it just talks about everything that comes up there. So yeah, that's kind of, it is literally like bullet point stuff. So it is a deck that you will be challenged to work with your intuition. So as ever, I'm going to pick a card for this Sunday, the day of love, and see what we need to know about. And also this will be a message that will then link in for the following week ahead. So I'm just going to give them a good little shuffle because they aren't, you know, some of them are still in their suits a little bit. So let's just see. They shuffle really nicely. They're a really nice size, traditional sort of tarot size deck, but they're really, really nice. They feel so lovely in the hand because they are that beautiful sort of matte finish. Oops. So just seeing what's going to come out for us. Okay. Oh, interesting. So we've got the 4 of Wands. So I always see the 4 of Wands as quite a harmonious kind of card, quite a happy card, as it's coming in there. And the foxes kind of represent the wands in this deck and in this suit. So that's beautiful. Trying to get that imagery close so you can really see it in its entirety. So what we'll do is I'll find the sort of minor arcana card, and then I'll find the wands, which is here, and then you've just got like a sort of grid, and then you scroll down. So 4 of Wands, harmony, celebration. You know, very literally, that's all it says about the card. So you're not got loads and loads of reams of stuff to work with, but it's a happy card. It's a nice card. Everything is starting to get to a place of balance, harmony, and it is about celebration. So it might be obviously Valentine's Day, celebrating the love between sort of partnerships of energy, and again, you know, self-indulgence as well. If you're on your own, give yourself permission to receive that self-love today, because that's also really, really important. And moving forward into next week, this is sort of saying to me that things are going to be a bit more structured, a bit more balanced, happier times. There may also be some types of birthday anniversaries of loved ones or wedding anniversaries, types of celebration to be had. It could also be like personal victories, you know, things that might have been battled that have come into a place of a winning state. So again, you know, happy times to be explored. So hopefully harmony is going to sort of like rain upon us this week a little bit more. So looking forward to some of that, because I know for a lot of us guys it's been quite heavy, it's been quite sort of dull, quite depressive energy. So nice to welcome something a bit more uplifting. So going to leave that with you. I hope the card resonates and makes sense. There's really nothing negative or bad I can talk about. The only slight downside, I suppose, if you're new to tarot, then obviously you might want to go on and do a little bit of your own kind of research into the meanings of the cards, because they are, like I say, very basic bullet point messages. So you know that for some people that might be a little bit fearful or a bit scary, but you could easily go on to sort of, you know, various different tarot websites and easily find a bit more of a construction of how that card actually is, what it's about, what its meaning is, and you could evolve that quite easily. So that's maybe the only slightly negative aspect, but having said that, I don't think it detracts from the deck. I think it's an amazing deck. So please go and check it out. Go and give their Instagram page a little like. I'm going to put that card there so you can see it, but definitely one worth getting in the collection. It's the Oak, Ash and Thorn Tarot. Oh, sorry, that's who the creators are. This deck is called the Three Trees Tarot Volume 2. This version is the reprint, but even though it's a reprint, it doesn't take away from it in any stretch of the imagination. Get it while you guys can, because once it's kind of sold out, I don't know if they're going to reprint it again. I'd like to think they would, but I think it depends on how well it kind of goes in the first instance. So don't miss out, because this is an absolutely beautiful deck. So you're going to leave the energy of that with you. Stay safe and well. Have a fantastic day, whatever you get up to. Have an even more magical week ahead, and I'll catch you guys soon. Much love. Bye for now.